What's going on, everyone? I know it's been 6 months since I have made a video on this channel, and I'm here to explain as to why it has been no activity on this channel. There's been both good and bad things that have been happening in my life. I'm going to go over that, and I'm also here because I need a favor from all of you, if possible. I need help right now. I'm going through a very tough time financially, and you can take that for what it is, but because honestly, I was very hesitant on making this video. I was going back and forth thinking about it, saying, should I do this, should I not do it, why or why not. I don't like asking people for money. I don't like asking people for help. I don't want to depend on anybody, but for everyone, there are times in their life where they need a helping hand, and for me, that time is now. Anything that you're able to do to help me is greatly appreciated. But let's just jump into what's going on. So, like I said, my last video on this channel was uploaded on somewhere in August. It was showing how to set up an overhead remote camera. It was at Storm Stadium out in Lake Elsinore. That season's done. But as far as not having video content on here, there's been so many things happening. Like, my brain is all over the place. I know I'm like jumping from one thing to the other. I'm so sorry. But I've just been so stressed out. I've been so busy with just so many things. Like right now, me and my wife are there's so much chaos. We're trying to figure out where we're going to be living. We have 1 week before we have to move out of our apartment in North Hollywood. I've been driving back and forth between Marietta and Lake Elsinore over to North Hollywood to see my wife whenever I'm able to, because I was having work out here, and now that work has died down. So there's been a lack of income for me. It's so chaotic. I'm overwhelmed with so much stuff right now. But one of the original reasons for this video is being made because I need help. Like I said, I need financial help. I have a GoFundMe. The link for the GoFundMe is in the description below. And what happened was on September 5th of 2015, I was photographing a Vista Marietta High School varsity football game, and I was covering the game for Max Preps, and unfortunately, a little bit before halftime hit, I was sitting on my knees with the 400mm basically wrapped in one arm like this, up against my shoulder, and I had a 24-70 wrapped around my neck. The camera strap was around my neck. And then on my other side, I had my 70-200 pulled up with my arm wrapped around my 400, shooting like this. The quarterback hikes the ball, goes back, looks to pass, makes a running play instead towards my direction. And then another player from the opposite team comes in this way, and they're literally going like this directly at me. And I have my 70-200 up, popping frames off, the quarterback running. And before I even knew it, they take me out completely. My 400mm from my elbow, or my shoulders, or my arms, went flying. I went flying like 15 feet back. I got hit really hard, really bad. They hit me right under my stomach, and I just took a huge hit from two big, enormous football players from varsity. And I got up, and one of the coaches or staff came up to me to see if I was okay, and at first I was fine, but after a minute or two, I called my dad too, because I checked my camera. It was the 1DX flew off the 400, and I was just like, this is not good. I luckily had camera insurance, but unfortunately I did not have medical insurance, and that was a huge mistake on my part. This whole incident made me learn a very valuable lesson in life. Get health insurance. You should always have health insurance, no matter what. It was a stupid mistake on my part, and I'm literally paying the consequences and suffering the consequences because of it. And ever since that incident, ever since I was taken to the hospital from the field, because like I said, after a minute, I started to get really sweaty, and I just started going pale. I called my dad, because my dad was in the stands, in the bleachers, watching the game with my mom, and I told him, I can't. My camera's done. I don't feel good. And then all of a sudden I fell on my knees, and my mom and dad jumped over the fence, ran up to me, and and I was just on the floor. I couldn't even say my name. They were asking me what my name was, all this stuff, and I was just in a shock. And the EMS came onto the field. They're always there waiting for something like this to happen. They take me to the hospital. They do a CT scan on me to scan my body to make sure that I don't have any internal bleeding. It turned out that thankfully I only had internal bruising, just really bad bruising down there. But nonetheless, I had to pay a ton of medical bills. Well, I haven't paid them yet. I had a bunch of medical bills come in at me. They just threw it all at me, and I got them right here. I'm going to post photos on the GoFundMe page, but just to prove to you that I'm not just trying to scam you guys or anything like that. But we got one right here that's going for $350, which isn't too bad, but this was for the transportation of going from the school to the hospital. And you know, with these kind of things, like if you don't have medical insurance, these guys will just, it's legal robbery. It's ridiculous. $350, and it was more than that before. $350 just to get driven like a mile away. It was a mile drive, 1 mile. Like, I understand that I needed to do that, but it was more than this. And I went on the phone with some of these people and talked down the prices, telling them my situation, but most of them really didn't budge. But $350 for that, for the transportation. On this one, I think this one, yeah, this is the big one. This is for all the medical work that was done in the hospital, I believe. It was $4,870. It's crossed off right here, but as you can see in the pictures, I just crossed this off because when I talked to them on the phone around December, they said if I pay it by the end of the month, a total of $1,948 before December 30th, they said that I could pay for that amount instead of the $4,870 full. And I was trying to get the funds for that, and I couldn't, and now I have to pay the $4,870. And if I don't pay any of these in time, they're gonna hit my credit, and my credit's already gotten hit by some of these, and it's made it very difficult for me and my wife to find a place. And it's just been a nightmare. Like I said, I'm very overwhelmed with all these bills. I have another one here. We paid this one. It was $651. I know it's hard to see this stuff, but like I said, I'll post all these pictures in the GoFundMe and probably the description of this video. This is just some medical updates on like reports and stuff like that. This will all be posted so that you guys can see that this is not fake, it's all true. But yeah, so I really need your guys' help. I don't like asking for money, I don't like asking for help, but this is a very serious problem. I can't afford it. I've been trying to set up monthly payments on these, and honest to God, with all of my regular bills as of now, on top of the moving process of renting U-Haul, getting groceries, getting the internet that we need, just the security deposit, the first month's payment on the place we're moving into, if we can even find a place before the 31st of January. There's just so many things that are just piling up, and these have been pushed aside for a while, and some of them have hit my credit and affected me, that it's just too much. And honest to God, if I had a way of doing this on my own, I would, but I don't, so I really need your guys' help. If you can donate anything, it is greatly appreciated. I'm still trying to figure out something to make it worth all of your while. I think I'm going to do something along the lines of, if you are able to donate $500 or more, I will be doing like something like along the lines of like a Skype session with you and going over, like, I'll critique your portfolio, give you some tips face to face over on a video chat of some sort. If you live in Southern California and you want to personally meet up with me, and I can take you out on a photo shoot with me through Max Preps or through something, we can just go shoot a high school game or a college game, give you tips on the gear you have, how to utilize it and use it if you're on budget, if it's not the best gear. You know, if you guys have any interest in that, please leave it in the comment section below. If you have any ideas of what I can do to make it worth your while of donating money, because I don't want to just ask for the money and say, okay, thanks, and that's it. I want to give back to you guys. I've gotten so much positive feedback from this channel, from all my videos, and I've been getting people constantly asking me on Facebook, adding me on Facebook, sending me messages on Facebook, asking me for tips, advice. And with all this, it clicked. It clicked for me to say, hey, maybe this is a good idea. Let's see how it goes. Let's try it. The goal is $7,000 because there's these bills here, and then there was the camera repair bills for my 400, my 1DX, my 7200, my 2470, because that all got hit. The one that went flying was the 400 with the 1DX attached to that, and that the mount on both of those got damaged. That was like $850 right there. There was the 7200 got damaged too. It wasn't focusing properly. I had to take that in. It was another, I don't know what it was, $250. I think I had a platinum membership, so I got some discounts, but nonetheless, it was just, all this is overwhelming. So, I mean, as far as good updates go, like I mentioned earlier in this video, I got married on September 12th, which was really exciting. I've just been, I've been really busy with a lot of stuff. I've been working with a company called Cherish Memories Photography out here in Lake Elsinore. That was for Storm, for the sports, and I also do studio portrait work for them as well. It's kind of died down, like I said. It's going to pick up later on. But, I mean, I've still been working for Game Face. I do max preps here and there. And then the other reason I haven't really made, any new video footage and content on this channel was partly because of this injury. Because, I mean, number one, I couldn't shoot for a little while. And then number two, with all these bills piling up on top of my regular bills, I didn't have the time. I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to go shoot games and for wire services like, Icon or CalSport Media to go cover pro or college level sports. I just didn't have the time for it. And it wasn't worth my time with all these bills because I'm not getting paid. It's just commission. You don't see that money come back to you until months later. I've been babbling on for so long with this video though. I think that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm going to try my best to keep giving you guys content and keep you, kind of do like a vlog kind of thing, updating you when I move out and I figure out something and we get into the new place. As far as the sports stuff goes, I'm going to try to keep it coming, but it's just really hard. I'm really sorry for such a long hiatus. It was 6 months nearly. But yeah, if you guys are able to donate anything you can, whether it's $1, 50 cents, quarter, $100, I don't care. Anything that you donate is very, very appreciated. Thank you guys for your time, and I will see you whenever I see you again. I'll try to, like I said, keep content constantly coming in on this channel. But for now, this is it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.